All right, let's give this a shot. Got another movie reaction here, a movie that I have not seen. I know I started out doing scary films, but I thought I'd mix it up a little bit. And based on the voting results, you want me to mix it up as well. So I really appreciate that feedback. And I'm looking forward to watching this one, especially because it's a huge, huge movie that I have never seen. I may have seen bits and pieces of it, but I don't recall what they were. But I'm going to watch Star Wars, the original Star Wars right now. And I will say that I have seen Star Wars Episode 1, Phantom Menace, the one with Darth Maul, the double-sided lightsaber or whatever. And I only saw that because friends of mine when I was in high school all had tickets and invited me to go. And so I was like, something to do. For me, the thing about like super sci-fi movies is I need them to be grounded in some kind of reality or something that I can relate to or understand. I think particularly what kept me away from Star Wars was just the fact that it's in a galaxy far, far away. You know, it's this whole world that you have to learn and understand and figure out. But I will say I'm a huge fan of a George Lucas and Harrison Ford collaboration. If any of you have seen American Graffiti, that's a cool little flick. Love that movie. All right, with all that said, let's just get into it. I'm going to watch Star Wars A New Hope for the very first time in my life. 37 years old. Let's check it out. Let's see what it's all about. See if this is going to turn me into a Star Wars fan or not. Let's crank the volume up a little bit. I'm sorry if I'm shouting. I can only hear the movie in my headphones, so if I'm loud, that's why. Okay, get right to it. A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. There it is. The music is good. It is a period of civil war. Rebel spaceships striking from a hidden base have won their first victory against the evil Galactic Empire. During the battle, Rebel spies managed to steal secret plans to the Empire's ultimate weapon, the Death Star, an armored space station with enough power to destroy the entire planet. Alright, I read all that, but I didn't really absorb all of it. So Princess Leia's trying to get home. Alright, we got some planets. This looks really good. I might be watching the digitally remastered version or something. R2-D2. C-3PO. I didn't know that there was a second one of... What's the second one back there? I didn't know there was two of those. Some big old helmets. What in the world? Stormtroopers. Oh, I'm dead. Man, you get Darth Vader right at the beginning too? The icon. Some pretty impressive acting to act like a robot. Reminds me a lot of RoboCop. Hey. I have seen the blooper where the stormtrooper hits his head, so I'm gonna be looking for that.
To the ship by rebel spies. I want to know what happened to the plans they sent you.
And why are there honey buns stuck to your head?
How did we get into this mess?
So he's obviously got all-terrain wheels on that thing.
Where do you think you're going?
Looks like the same place that Napoleon Dynamite's grandmother broke her coccyx.
Much too me begging for help because you won't get it.
All those joints and he can't bend at the ankles. Alright, so a lot of aimless... How on earth is he getting around that kind of terrain with those little wheels? Oh, was that a three-prong outlet? Sucked him up like a bank deposit. Pretty wild imagination to come up with all this, though. I'll give George Lucas that. What is that? They have dinosaurs? That looks like some pretty legit CGI. Is this really the original? There's no way they were doing that in 1977. Got to be the most impractical vehicle I've ever seen in my life.
Will this never end?
I didn't realize this was so, like, cutesy and playful. Got an igloo. An igloo in the desert. Don't see that often.
Alright, fine. Let's go.
Ah, okay, so there's old Luke. Oh, sorry. There's old Luke. Luke.
Will you? I want them cleaned up for dinner.
But I was going into Toshi Station to pick up some power converters.
Ha!
Time with your friend.
I got such a bad case of dust.
Crash and burn, huh, Mav?
Hello.
Beepity boop.
Carbon scoring.
Beepity boop boop.
Been through sometimes.
Beepity boop boop boop.
Good condition as we are.
Obi, you're my only hope.
What's this?
It's Tupac.
Help me.
Importance, as I believe. Our captain was attached
Is there any more to this recording?
Something in a bathing suit, please.
to trouble. No, I don't like you either.
Very cute banter between the robots.
He belongs to someone called Obi-Wan Kenobi. I thought he might have meant old Ben. Do you know what he's talking about?
I only know an Obi-Wan Smith.
But what if this Obi-Wan comes looking for him?
They're drinking blue milk in this galaxy.
And if these new droids do work out, I want to try
Her wardrobe looks very
this year.
1977. She doesn't look like she's in a galaxy far away.
There's more than enough.
He has too much of his father in him.
That's what I'm afraid of.
It's very telling.
Luke, I'm shutting the power down.
Unplug your laptop.
Look, there's a droid on the scanner. Dead
Hey.
ahead. Might be our little R2.
What? What is that thing? That's why you never leave your valuables in your hovercraft. Oh, that was really creepy. It's Obi-Wan Big Roby. Ain't it?
Ben? Ben Kenobi?
Cousin of Jerry Kalachi.
Well, of course I know him. He's me.
He is me. I am him.
There's no sense in you risking yourself on my account. I'm done for.
He knows now why you cry, but it's something he can never do.
Yes. I was once a Jedi Knight, the same as your father.
Alright, Jedi Knight.
Star pilot.
There's another buzzword. Another word for the word search.
Obi-Wan on some damn fool idealistic crusade like
Uh-oh.
your father did.
Is that
Sir,
that
if you'll not
piece?
be needing me, I'll close down.
Is that that thing?
Not as clumsy or random as a blaster.
Now we're getting
For
somewhere.
1,000 generations, the Jedi Knight.
I was about to fall asleep.
He betrayed and murdered your father.
Ooh, Darth Vader's nasty.
I are all but
Old Obi-Wan Big Roby's about to have to get active
you
again.
must learn the way.
Meanwhile, back at the Flying Eyeball.
Fully operational. The Rebel Alliance is too well equipped.
Look at that haircut, boy. This guy could own the Raiders with that haircut.
Don't try to frighten us with your sorcerer's ways, Lord Vader. Your sad devotion to that ancient religion has not helped you conjure up the stolen data tapes.
Uh-oh.
Or given you clairvoyance
About to
enough
demonstrate?
find the rebels' hidden fortress.
Oh. Had to let him know.
Your lack of faith.
At no more than 6 inches off the ground. Oh, wow. Torched his family. That's pretty brutal. His helmets are huge. See, the problem here, too, is that I've seen Spaceballs. I'm having a very hard time separating that movie from this. I just keep picturing that massive helmet in Spaceballs. What was that? They needed a whole flying ball to give someone a shot? This is wild stuff, man.
I want to come with you to Alderaan.
Oh, there it is.
There's nothing for me here now.
Now he's got that fire.
I want to learn the way.
That's all it took. See his aunt and uncle get torched. There's no way some of this stuff was done in 1977. Tripping me out to see a 1977 film mixed in with some modern CGI. Oh my gosh. I'm sure they had a lot of fun coming up with all these random creatures. This just looks like a Halloween party. What is that? Are those testicles?
I have the death sentence on 12 systems.
That is pretty creepy.
You'll be dead.
Oh. Can you imagine going to a bar with 2 arms and leaving with 1?
First mate on a ship that might suit us.
That's a bad day.
Han Solo. I'm captain of the Millennium Falcon.
There he is.
Chewie here tells me you're looking for passage.
He just said Millennium Falcon.
You've never heard of the Millennium Falcon?
Is that how it's always supposed to be pronounced?
It's a ship that made the Kessel run in less
I thought it was
than 12
Falcon.
parsecs.
Let's just say we'd like to avoid any Imperial entanglements.
If you know what I mean.
That's the real trick, isn't it?
Is the shoulder pad significant? Or what's going on with that orange shoulder pad? So how many different languages are being spoken in this world?
Perhaps she would respond to an alternative form of persuasion.
What do you mean?
Dinner and a movie, sir.
Set your course for Alderaan.
Look, Jabba, even I get bored sometimes. You think I had a choice?
Oh boy, that was some
But I got a nice, easy chart.
questionable CGI work. What is going on here? Ah, it's the Falcon. Honestly, I'm a little disappointed with these CGI updates because I want to see everything how they made it back in 1977. That's half the fun of watching these old movies, is seeing the practical effects. I had no idea Chewbacca was a pilot.
Governor Tarkin, I should have expected to find you holding Vader's leash. I recognized your foul stench when I was brought on board.
Does she have an accent or not? She's definitely got an accent going. I'm curious if she holds on to it through the rest of the movie.
But don't worry. We will deal with your rebel friends soon enough.
Rebel friends. We will deal with your rebel friends. God, those helmets are ridiculous. Wow. Like nothing. Just straight up vaporized an entire planet. See, there's some good old-fashioned stop-motion animation.
Nobody worries about upsetting a droid.
It's because a droid don't pull people's arms out of their sockets when they lose.
Ah, good point.
Do that.
Oh. Right in the tush. What's the age gap supposed to be between Han Solo and Luke? Does he call him kid because he's actually that much older than him, or because he's just an obnoxious person?
Our scout ships have reached onto it. They found the remains of a rebel base, but they estimate that it has been deserted for some time. They are now conducting an extensive search of the surrounding systems.
I speak like movie phone. If you want to know the result of the raid, press 1 now. If you are a member of the Imperial Force, press 2 now.
Let it go. It's too far out of range.
Not for long.
That little jet sounds like it's screaming when it flies.
Deep into space. That's no moon. It's a space station.
Oh my gosh. I had no idea that quote was from this movie. Because I've seen Twister a million times. And he says that line, and I know that line from that movie. Even though I know he was referencing another movie, but I never knew what it was. That's no moon! It's a space station!
Why are we still moving towards it?
We're caught in a tractor beam that's pulling us in.
Tractor beam. Good grief. I didn't realize the scale of this thing.
To your stations. Come with me.
Hop, 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 hop.
There's no one here.
I'm going to the restroom.
Even if I could take off, I'd never get past the tractor beam.
Leave that to me.
I just need to take my blood pressure pill.
All right, let's go.
This is heavy. Jeez.
You know, between his howling and your black.
Well, that door is a guillotine, man. Dude, the speed of that door is unreal.
Marching into the detention area is not what I had in mind.
But they're gonna kill her!
Better her than me.
He's definitely a self-centered guy. So silly. How tall is the guy who played Chewbacca? Is he 8 feet tall? We're here for the bank's money, not your money.
What makes you think so?
With him?
A tremor in the Force. The last time I felt it was in the presence of my old master.
Well, if they lived on a planet, he'd be sensing earthquakes, wouldn't he?
He must not be allowed to escape.
Escape is not his plan. I must face him alone.
It's gonna be a showdown.
Get away from there!
No, wait!
Wait, the ray beams ricochet? Oh my gosh. What in the world? So how exactly would creatures like this survive on a ship like that?
I got a bad feeling about this.
Oh. Oh boy, they're in the compactor.
Take over.
Did they add a sound effect to that head? There was the headshot. They add a clunk to that?
They're hitting. Where could he be? 3PO! 3PO! Come in!
One thing's for sure, we're all gonna be a lot thinner.
Good one, Han.
Get on top of it!
We'll say the matte painting work in this movie is pretty impressive. That's an awesome lost art.
Do you know what's going on? Maybe it's another drill.
So were you at Tanya's last night?
It's them. Blast them.
And everybody ran? Every stormtrooper took off and ran. Whoa! Makes you wonder what the stormtroopers are even aiming at. 3 of them can't even touch them.
Splitting up. They may be on level 5 and 6 now.
The stormtroopers just prancing. They don't have a very confident run. Uh-oh. Obi-Wan Big Roby's about to throw down. Isn't it funny that the bad guys are always the coolest looking ones in movies? Well, Obi-Wan sure looks kind of soft with that grip, doesn't he? He's just kind of like... Hey, let's go check this out. I've got $100 on Vader.
No!
What was that?
Can't believe he's gone.
I knew him for like 5 days.
There wasn't any.
He's got a fire extinguisher. How convenient. Tag him and bag him, baby. Mess with the best, die like the rest. Vaporized. Wow.
Sure, the homing beacon is secure aboard their ship. I'm taking an awful risk, Vader.
Risk. This is a risk.
You needn't worry about your reward. If money is all that you love, then that's what you'll receive.
Well, alright then.
Your friend is quite a mercenary. I wonder if he really cares about anything. Or anybody.
Oh, I think we'll find out that he cares about something.
So, what do you think of her, hon?
How about those honey buns on the side of her head?
What do you think? Do you think a princess and a guy like me? No.
No, sure don't. Oh, I forgot about that thing. What's that one called? The other things were TIE fighters, right? With the little...
The planet.
We're approaching the planet flat. These little slide transitions are tripping me out. Like a PowerPoint presentation.
Its defenses are designed around a direct, large-scale assault. A small, one-man fighter should be able to penetrate the outer defense.
Where's Randy Quaid when you need him?
An analysis of the plans provided by Princess Leia...
Princess Leia. I thought it was Princess Leia. I thought it was the Millennium Falcon and Princess Leia. But they've said the Millennium Falcon, Princess Leia.
But it's not impossible. I used to bullseye womp rats in my T-16 back home. They're not much bigger than 2 meters.
Womp rants in the T-16. It's easy.
So, you got your reward and you're just leaving then?
That's right, yeah.
That's how rewards work.
What good's the reward if you ain't around to use it? Besides, attacking that battle station ain't my idea of courage. It's more like
suicide. Knew it. I knew it.
All right. May the force be with you.
There it is. Isn't that just crazy? When Harrison Ford uttered that line, he had no idea how iconic that was going to be.
Hey, how are you? How'd you get here? Hey, you coming up? I'll be right up there with you, and if I got stories to tell you...
Small galaxy, huh? Highway to the danger zone. So now this is a cool looking jet.
The Force will be with you.
Ben? Hey, did anyone else hear Ben's voice?
Red 5, I'm going in. Are you alright? I'm on it. I'm going in. Cover me, Porkins. I'm right with you, Red 3.
Porkins? Did he just call him Porkins?
Not a problem here. Eject. I can hold it. Pull on! No, I'm all right.
Ooh. What on earth do they do if they eject in space?
Stay in attack formation.
Oh, Darth's come out to play, huh? We got Viper up here.
Computer's locked. Getting a signal.
Getting a signal here.
They've stopped.
I think you overestimate their chances.
Overestimated it. What kind of radar system is that? That's the most vague targeting system I've ever seen.
Use the Force, Luke.
Who is that? I feel like the editing on this is a little bit, kind of leaves some stuff out, doesn't it? Too?
We'll get to work on him right away.
Paging Dr. Herman. Dr. Herman, you have a telephone call at the front desk. Yay! R2-D2's back! Yay! I sure hope this ends on some kind of freeze frame. That would be perfect. Nope. Alright. Well, there we have it. I've finally seen Star Wars. Almost everything was there that I was expecting, aside from the fight between Luke and Darth Vader. I thought that happened in this one, but clearly I'm wrong. I have no idea which movie that happens in. You know, I couldn't believe how, like, cutesy and playful most of it was. I guess I didn't realize it was that PG, especially between R2-D2 and C-3PO. There was a whole lot of little cutesy back and forth stuff that was going on. I will say, though, the amount of imagination that it took for George Lucas to not only come up with that story, but to come up with the entire world. And I mean, you know, it's clear that he came up with a name for everything that you saw on screen. I wouldn't be surprised if even wheels have a different name in that world. I'm glad I got to see it, and it was fun. You know, hearing the catchphrases and the iconic taglines and stuff, that was pretty cool. Just because we all know the taglines because of pop culture and all the references that have been around our entire lifetime, or at least my entire lifetime for sure. Not really my movie. You know, I had a hard time staying with it, to be honest with you. My mind started to wander, and I started to get a little sleepy through parts of it. I couldn't get engaged. It's tough for me with these kind of movies. I can see why this is such an adored franchise, though. I can see how this started something, and Harrison Ford was great. Anyway, there we go. I finally saw Star Wars. I hope you enjoyed this movie reaction. If you did get a kick out of it, please hit that like button. Please maybe even hit that share button. I would really appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching. Hope everything is great in your world. I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.